Thank you for joining us on News Now. I am Franco Malape. The Lagos State Emergency Management Agency and the Nigerian Railway Corporation have blamed the driver of a Lagos State government staff bus for a fatal train accident that killed 6 people and injured 96 in the PWD area of the state on Thursday. Tragedy struck in Lagos a few minutes before 8 a.m. on Thursday when a passenger train collided with a fully loaded staff bus belonging to the Lagos State government at the PWD rail crossing off the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. Given reasons for the deadly crash, the permanent secretary of LASEMA, Olufemi Oke, told journalists that the bus driver ignored signals from the Railway Corporation officials as he was in a hurry to cross the rail. On its part, the Nigerian Railway Corporation, in a statement by its Deputy Director Public Relations Yakubu Mahmood, said the bus failed to obey the instruction of the corporation officials as they overtook other vehicles waiting for the train to pass. The federal government has ordered an investigation into the accident involving the bus, which is said to be coming from Isolo, and the train heading to Ido from Ijoko, Ogun State. The ill-fated bus was navigating its way to connect the government residential area Ikeja en route to the State Secretariat Alausa when it collided with the train at the rail crossing. Now, the Court-Martial Federal Road Safety Corps, Dauda Biu, has expressed sympathy for the victims of the Lagos train crash that occurred on Thursday. Biu advised that relevant authorities should construct level crossing railway gates to enhance safety in train operations across the country. A passenger train collided with a fully loaded staff bus belonging to the Lagos State government at the PWD rail crossing of the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway. 6 lives were claimed during the crash and dozens injured. In a statement signed by the court spokesperson Bisi Kazim on Friday, Biu also called on traders to avoid the unwholesome practice of displaying wares around or on rail tracks. The court-martial also cautioned all categories of road users to desist from undue interference with rail tracks whether or not the rails are being engaged by trains. And away from there now, the Independent National Electoral Commission on Thursday said it will appeal the court judgment which ordered that 2 Nigerians with temporary voters' cards should be allowed to vote during the March 18th, 2023 governorship and Houses of Assembly elections. The spokesperson for Inec Chairman Rotimi Oyikomi, who made this known on Thursday, said the Commission is taking immediate steps to appeal against the judgment of the trial court. A federal high court in Abuja on Thursday ordered Inec to allow the use of temporary voter cards in the governorship and Houses of Assembly elections rescheduled for March 18th. Justice Obiora Iguatu made the order while delivering judgment on a suit filed by 2 aggrieved Nigerians, Kofowo Rola Olusegun and Wilson Orwell, who prayed that they should be allowed to vote with their temporary voter cards as INEC failed to issue them with their permanent voter cards before it closed the process. Justice Iguatu said the order was made on the grounds that the plaintiffs were duly registered and captured in INEC database. The court had heard that there was no portion of both the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act that state that it is only permanent voter cards that could be used to vote. And now to court matters. The Supreme Court on Friday sacked Senator Ibrahim Shekarau as the candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party and recognized Senator Rufai's Hanga as the party's candidate for the 2023 general election. Shekarau, the sitting senator who was declared the winner of the 2023 Kano Central Senatorial District election under the new Nigeria People's Party, was in the NNPP and was nominated to vie for the senatorial position under its platform. However, before the elections, he announced his defection from the NNPP and abandoned his senatorial ambition to join the People's Democratic Party. But the Independent National Electoral Commission later insisted that it is still recognized him as the legitimate NNPP candidate, even though the party replaced him with Hanga. However, the Supreme Court on Friday affirmed the nomination of Hanga as the NNPP's authentic candidate, with Justice Emmanuel Agim, who read the lead judgment dismissing the Inec appeal. In a unanimous judgment, Justice Yang Okoro led 5-member panel of the court faulted Inec's refusal to replace Shekarau with Henga after the former left the party for PDP before the election. And our former Inspector General of Police, Michael Kiro, has said police deployed to secure polling units are responsible for violence, forgery, or disruption of the process in their unit. Okiro, former chairman of the Police Service Commission, condemned intimidation of voters and other violence during presidential and National Assembly elections. Addressing reporters in Lagos, he said it was imperative for him to air his concern because Nigerians and the international community monitored the exercise. Okiro advised the Inspector General of Police, Alkali Baba, and other service chiefs not to allow miscreants to tarnish the image of the country. He stressed that while the presidential election was peaceful in some areas, its conduct was marred by violence, intimidation, and prevention of the electorates from voting their choice. Islamic extremists killed at least 25 fishermen during an attack in northeastern Nigeria's Borno state, the police said on Thursday. The Borno State Commissioner of Police, Abdul Umaru, said the rebels attacked the fishermen in the remote Mukdolo village of Borno, adding that some of the bodies in the Wednesday attack were recovered and buried on Thursday. The commissioner said there is no single human being in that place because it has been abandoned, but the villagers from Dikwa go there to fish, and unfortunately this time Boko Haram surrounded the place and killed 25 of them, while 9 escaped. Abba Modu, who is with the local security outfit in Borno, said the latest attack on Wednesday occurred after the rebels warned locals to stay off the river in the Mugdolo village, which is near Sambisa Forest, a popular hideout for the militant. Modu said the Boko Haram people said they now own the river and no villager will be allowed to fish there except their members. And now the former Deputy President of the Senate, Ike Ekweremadu, has told a court in London that he was advised by his doctor against seeking a kidney donor from among his family members. Ekweremadu and his wife, Beatrice, are currently facing charges in the United Kingdom after they allegedly lured a young man from Nigeria to harvest his organ for their ailing daughter, Sonia, who is also standing trial. The lawmaker was last year arrested and had been in the custody of UK authorities after they received complaint from the young man about their alleged plans to harvest his organ. The young man, a trader from Lagos, was to be rewarded for donating a kidney to Sonia in an £80,000 private procurement procedure at the Royal Free Hospital in London. The Ekweremadus, however, decided to turn their interests to Turkey in search of the needed organ after the 21-year-old was rejected as unsuitable. Ekweremadu remains in custody while the trial of his family and a medical middleman, Obina Obeta, at the Old Bailey continues. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde has once again re-echoed the call for the decentralization of the nation's security infrastructure as well as the restructuring of Nigeria's constitution. The governor made the call during the official commissioning of the newly reconstructed police station facility in the Ojo area of Ibadan, where he also distributed 74 operational vehicles to police divisions across the state. Speaking during the occasion, Mr. Makinde reassured citizens of improved security infrastructure before, during, and after the rescheduled governorship polls, which is now slated to hold on the 18th of March. The state executive also pledged continued support for all security agencies across the state.
The Oyo State Police Command appreciates you for your efforts at reconstructing the damaged police station during the unfortunate EndSARS way back 2020. The destroyed structure is a dark reminder of our beautiful flaws as a society with experience, now eclipsed by positive reforms through gainful interactions with the members of the public and continuous avenues for check on our personnel. Agreeably, this reconstruction gesture, as well as many other inclusive of the distribution of vehicles today, will further enhance our emplaced security architecture in the state.
We should be careful about how protests are carried out. Yes, during EndSARS, I stood with the people because we have a right and even a responsibility to protest when we feel things are going wrong. But as we witnessed, the protests were hijacked by hoodlums who destroyed properties. And we all know where resources are scarce. And when things like this happen, we have to use part of the already scarce resources to replace what was destroyed.